How many people are aware of what's been going on with Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones? This photo of Jerry Jones went viral the other day. If you're watching on twitch.tv/GallantSays or youtube.com/Paul Gallant, you can see it. Joshua Clark Davis is the guy who tweeted it out. Wow. So Cowboys owner Jerry Jones was one of the bullies trying to stop his black classmates from desegregating Central High in Little Rock in 1957. I guess this was found courtesy of the Washington Post. If you zoom in, that looks like Jerry Jones in that circle. He's got the stereotypical 1960s, what is that, a fade? Is that a crew cut? I'm not 100% sure. But he's in the background of a photo where it looks like this guy with a cigarette in his mouth and this guy to his right who's got a grimace and looks like he's about to fart or he's holding in a poop. And the guy to his left who's got a shit-eating grin on his face. These guys look like assholes. Are they? Honestly, I don't know, but they are standing in the way of a couple of black students who appear to be entering the school. We'll find out that Joshua Clark Davis's tweet, the first tweet, the facts aren't necessarily correct. You see some cameras there as well. The next tweet, correction, this was at North Little Rock High School, a few miles from Central High, in the same month as the Little Rock Nine entered school. Jerry Jones has acknowledged it's him in the photo, writes Clark Davis, but hasn't apologized for it. I'm not at all surprised, I'm guessing he's meaning that in quotation marks, that a white person would do what Jones did. Okay. But it is surprising that it took this long for Jones to be identified in that photo. I don't think it's been made public before. Could be wrong. Jones admitted he was there in a 2010 oral history and described himself as mischievous and scared to death that day. So someone found this picture and thought, oh, we got a wow gotcha moment. Look, I'm not going to make excuses for anybody back in the 1960s for how they might have felt about somebody who had a different color skin than them. It's embarrassing that this has been a part of our country's history for as long as it has been. I will say that generally, children are the product of their parents and teaching. It's not an excuse, but you hope that anybody, having been in a situation like that, would learn and get better for it. Again, not making any excuses for Jerry Jones here. Jerry Jones himself was asked about that photo from the Washington Post last week. I believe this was last Monday. Here is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, that was, 65 years ago, and a curious kid. I didn't know at the time the monumental event, really, that was going on, and I'm sure glad that we're a long way from that. I am, and we just that would remind me just continue to do everything we can to not have those kinds of things happen.
Any regrets of just being in the photo, being there at all?
What?
Any regrets on being in the photo, being there at all?
Well, I wouldn't have just dug that up for sure.
Right.
I mean, seriously. But that was curiously, I got criticized because I was more interested in how I was going to be punished by my coaches and everybody for being out front. But nobody there had any idea, frankly, what was going to take place. You didn't. We didn't have all the last 70 years of reference and all the things that were going, and so.
So, I think some people are going to say he sounds like he's making excuses. I think they would be fair. I also think that you go back to it. That was 60 years ago. You would hope that Jerry Jones is a little bit better. Jones didn't look great when he was saying that any player who took a knee would never play for the Dallas Cowboys again. Back during the Colin Kaepernick saga of taking knees in the NFL. We'll get back to that in a moment. But I'd like to think that he's grown since then. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. I honestly don't know. I really don't. So now let's shift to how the conversation came back into the news today. We all know who LeBron James is. Plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. He wrapped up his interview with Los Angeles media earlier, I guess this was yesterday, like this video courtesy of Clarence Hill on Twitter.
I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
I'm going to pause for a second, and I'm going to sound condescending. I'm going to sound like I'm racism-splaining to LeBron James here. People aren't thinking to ask LeBron James about the biggest events or the biggest moments in America when they're going out to report on a sporting event. And by the way, they don't have to. If he has thoughts on it, he can share them himself. The reporters there, I'm not sure, where they're at, if they're playing the Mavericks or something like that, the Lakers, I'll be perfectly honest. But that is the furthest thing from the majority of people's minds when it comes to LeBron James sitting in front of a microphone. And I don't think that we should all act like LeBron James is some enlightened thinker when it comes to this stuff. He's not. I think he's very surface level when it comes to talking about some of the serious problems that we have in our country today. He'd probably take that as insulting. I would respond by saying, well, I mean, you generally say the most basic thing ever. But I suppose we could let him continue. Before we let him continue, I'll just say the reason that people asked him about Kyrie Irving is because he played with Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving also plays basketball. Jerry Jones is an NFL figure, but okay, if LeBron wants to bring this up, let's see where he goes with this. Let's continue the video.
Okay. Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing.
Okay. Again, a pause. You asked why nobody has asked him about Jerry Jones. And then you say, hold on. I don't want you guys to say anything. Classic LeBron. Let's continue.
When I watch Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America.
I'll pause again one more time. Did LeBron go through that? Are there people that LeBron has spoken to perhaps over the course of his career that have gone through that? Yeah, no doubt. But did LeBron go through that? Because if LeBron went through that, that would be a reason to ask him about this. Maybe if someone has a thought on that picture of Jerry Jones, maybe we should be asking someone who played for the Dallas Cowboys back in the day. Off the top of my head, the famous wide receiver, Drew Pearson, Ed Too Tall Jones, two black Dallas Cowboys from back in the day. How do they feel about this? I think that would be a fair question, 100% for those two. Asking LeBron about a picture of something that took place back in the 1960s, that's just a picture, not a video, without any context. And again, I'm not making excuses for Jerry Jones here. I don't know what the fuck happened. LeBron doesn't know what the fuck happened. Why are we asking him about that? This feels like whataboutism. And that is just everyone's favorite thing these days. When someone brings up something that goes against their team or their belief system, they'll say, well, what about this? It's changing the subject, and generally it's never even related to the topic that's actually at hand. But I suppose we should let LeBron continue, so I will do that.
And I feel like as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform,
Pause for a second again. You have power and a platform. What was up with why haven't you asked me about Jerry Jones? Hold on. I don't want to hear what you say. Anyway, continue.
When we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. But it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
Again, there's a little bit of, hey guys, I'm Malcolm X. Hey guys, I'm Martin Luther King Jr. You're not this philosopher, LeBron. You're a basketball player. And while you're more than welcome to share your opinions on things, fuck off with that kind of elitist sense. How dare you not ask me about something like that? You know, that's at least how I feel about it. But whatever. Yeah, I guess he's right. I think that one of the reasons that the Jerry Jones story wasn't maybe a bigger deal is that it took place at the beginning of Thanksgiving week, and a lot of people are going off on vacation. I know for a fact that I did on that Monday, but that's a lame excuse too. So maybe we have to look at it from a different perspective. I think to generalize a story, though, that's about a photo that's 70 years old, and to say that we're not talking about it the same way that we talk about Kyrie Irving promoting something that was anti-Semitic, not apologizing for immediately, and not backing down. I don't see how the two are related. And to me, again, it's whataboutism here. Sure, he can bring it up, but he didn't have a take on it, because, by the way, there's nothing really to have a take on with Jerry Jones at this point in time. Now, I don't know, maybe people should have asked LeBron James about it because LeBron used to be a Cowboys fan. There is a article that I read that about a month ago in an Instagram live session. It's naturally on. Eagles fans are funny. They act like they don't care about the Cowboys. I had some Eagles fan tell me that. I was walking across the streets during the World Series. I was like, can you guys get to focusing on the Cowboys and stop pretending you care about baseball? And he got very mad at me. He's like, well, actually, the Giants are our rival. No, all that Eagles fans care about are the Cowboys. There's a NBCSports.com Philadelphia article about LeBron James explaining why he's no longer a Cowboys fan. Here's the write-up. In a recent Instagram live session with his friend and business partner, Maverick Carter, the Los Angeles Lakers and NBA superstar LeBron James revealed he's no longer a fan of the Dallas Cowboys due to the franchise's stance on players kneeling during the national anthem. Nah, man, I had to sit out the Cowboys, man. There's just a lot of things that were going on when guys were kneeling. Guys were having freedom of speech and wanting to do it in a very peaceful manner. The organization was like, if you do that around here, you will never play for this franchise again. I just didn't think that was appropriate. Maybe it wasn't. I personally was on the side of Colin Kaepernick for the act of kneeling itself. The before with the stupid post he had using a picture of a Houston Storm to say like 7 Orms coming. That was fucking stupid. And also I think some of the stuff that he did after the fact was more agitator behavior than it was, hey, I'm this deep thinker, Colin Kaepernick. The Pig Sox saw that shit. Okay, you don't like the cops. Defending Fidel Castro, that's also fucking stupid. But, I mean, Jerry did somewhat change his tune on that, right? But maybe this is why LeBron felt like everyone was going to ask him about it. Oh, I used to be a Cowboys fan. I don't know. I don't get why LeBron feels the need to be asked about everything in the world.